Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF here at 4:45 a.m. on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, and then at 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Today, we are talking about desire, such a critical component to this work. Uh, Desire and its relationship to productivity. So thanks for being here. If you are new, you can subscribe to the show now simply by pushing the subscribe button. Become a subscriber. Get all of these videos for right. I did say free. One, two, three, for free. Holla at us. See what we do. And also, of course, go to productivethroughjoy.com. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. We have a series of really interesting narrative-based workshops which help individuals really go to the next level in their level of productivity and do it through using joy itself as a technology. Um, yeah, we can all use more joy. That's just the bottom line. It's a really powerful program that we have, but really innovative, we feel. Um, so yeah, please do that. Have me come out to your group, school, again, or organization. Again, today we're talking about desire and productivity. Allow me to say a few words about myself for those of you who are new to the show. Then this is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. I am the author of the New York Times bestseller Raising Fences, which was a Today Show Book of the Month pick. That book's film rights were optioned by the actor Will Smith, whose people called my people when I eventually agreed to write the screenplay for that particular project. I'm also the author of the acclaimed historical novel Americus, which is set 13 miles from Ferguson, where, of course, Michael Brown was murdered. God bless that man's family, a teenager's family. My goodness. Um, and of course, the conflagration that ensued there as well. Just as an aside, for those of us who have kids, in particular, for all people, but definitely for those of you who have kids, allow us to do this work of being our highest self, that we may be better vessels to protect our children, provide for them, and make a way for them, to be way showers by showing the way for ourselves first. I'm just saying. Um, that book, I'm on the book tour now for Americas. So I'm everywhere. So I'm heading to Atlanta. I'm back in LA, heading to Atlanta. Uh, in a couple weeks, I'll be there from the 9th through the 11th. So look for me. I'll be at the American Studies Association conference. I'll be at uh, the National Women's Studies Association conference. I'll be at the Great Kemetic Church there in Atlanta, the First African Church, doing a big reading for those my Kemetic brothers and sisters. I'm excited. Atlanta's awesome. Look forward to being there. So look for me in November on social media, but also in mainstream media. Come out to the conference. It should be really amazing. Atlanta, stand up. Come see me. We're the conferences are at the Westin Peachtree Marriott. It's online. Look for that. I'll also be in oftentimes at the other. I guess the major one is the Marriott and the Hilton. The two major hotels downtowns will be at. So catch me in the lobby. Um, that book, yeah, I'm on the book tour now. Look for me there. That book, again, set 13 miles from Ferguson, where Michael Brown was murdered. It interrogates the intersection of race and violence in America. Really powerful book. I'm also the board president of a great nonprofit, a 501c3 nonprofit called the World Stage in Leimert Park, which is in LA's Black Crenshaw district. We have 7 days of programming, really a beautiful organization. I'm just grateful to be a part of it. It's been quite a while that I've been a part of this organization. Really life changing for me and many other people. If you're ever in LA, look up the World Stage. Go to theworldstage.org and see what we do. It's really powerful. It's a jazz and literature venue, nonprofit, just incredible history, founded by the great legendary jazz drummer Billy Higgins and the great legendary poet Kamal Daoud. It's amazing. Um, my educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergraduate. My master's is from UCLA, and my PhD is in English literature from the University of California at Riverside. I'm currently a professor of English lit at Loyola Marymount University here in Los Angeles. Listen, I'm an expert at being productive. I don't say that to brag or boast. I say it because people are almost always surprised at my level of productivity when they hear my crazy story about my origins. I am the product of a young girl who was raped at 16, gave birth to me at 17, and subsequently gave me up to an amazing single divorcee, yet at the time no biological father, no adopted father. Listen, difficult times for the young MD. Yet, as Cool Modi famously said, how you like me now, right? And if I can be this productive and be so through joy, I know that many of us can. And that belief in you and the human being, the spirit infused human being in all of us, that belief in us allows me to know that all things are possible. All things are possible. All things are possible. That inspires this show. It inspires, our business. It inspires me personally. Go to Productive Through Joy and get some inspiration. And so thanks for being here. All right. Today we're talking again about productivity and desire, which is definitely on my heart right now. Shouts out to my lady Carmen, who has a large part of this desiring heart. And we'll be talking about desire in a broad-based way in a second. And so in the morning show, and we'll dive into that topic of desire in a few moments. In the morning show, we like to also touch on the ideal of framing your day before your day has a chance to frame you. At times, we will wake up with trouble on our mind. If you know my show, I've been sharing recently, the last few months now, it's just about going through a series of challenging times with people in my inner circle, which is tough. And sharing that, thank God I have a spiritual practice. And so we've been talking about spiritual practice, how in the mornings you want to, when you have those days where you find trouble on your mind, because as we know, trouble can affect our health. It creates stress. When our mind is stressed, our health is sorely impacted, especially our heart. Heart conditions oftentimes emanate from a heightened level of stress, or simply can be exacerbated by a heightened level of stress. And so you want to be able to deal with that, and we help people deal with stress, stress management through ritual. Ritual can be defined as really doing the same thing at around the same time. Yeah. Life's good right now, guys. Around the same time. So let me give you my brief morning ritual to serve as an exemplar. In the mornings, I wake up at 3:30 this morning, including this hella early morning. I read a couple of spiritual business books. I do our show at 4:45. And at 5, I work on my current novel until sunrise. At sunrise, I walk out to the beach. I live here along the coast in Venice Beach, California. I walk out, I bring my drum, I meditate, I pray, I do yoga. It's really powerful. I come back, work on my current book for a while longer. Then I go back to the beach, run up the coast all the way past Santa Monica's Pier, run all the way back to Venice to go to my gym here at Grove's Gym in Venice to get my workout and get my buff on. So by 10:30, guys, I'm feeling amazing. My body is being flooded with endorphins, and I leverage that endorphin release to move me towards my goals and objectives. We're not saying do what I do, we're saying do what you do, and we help you do what you did when you, as I think that was Jermaine Jackson who sang that song, did to me, why? Don't get me started singing up in here. And so from that reading, I'm reading two great books now. One is called The 1 Minute Millionaire, which is a book about spirituality and entrepreneurial strategy, and a book called The Metu Neter, The Key to Miracles, which is a Kemetic, an ancient Egyptian book of mysticism, which is powerful. From those two books, I extract some wisdom, which I call the morning chant. So today's morning chant is, as a meditating natural mystic, my desire to dialogue with God propels my desire to co-create justice and abundance. Boom. So we're talking about justice, about desire today. Let's dive in. Our time's running out quickly. Point 1 is you want to have a desire for something. Point 2, once you cultivate that desire that you figure out that you have, you want to live it every day by undergirding the ideas, the principles, the techniques that allow you to do that every day, which goes right into point 3. You want to make desire a lifestyle. We call it whole wealth, happiness, joy, family, but also financial wherewithal to go do what needs to be done for you, your family, and your community. And that's how desire feeds in on itself, and the desire feeds itself in all areas of your life. So desire isn't just about money, desire for money or love or anything. It's a desire for all those things that make you who you are. Boom, goes the dynamite. We're done. Go to productivethroughjoy.com. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Till then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.